Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about astrology and Easter and how you have an interesting correlation, I think, between astrology and the Easter holiday. And what's interesting is that the sun often falls in Aries on Easter, and it will fall on March 27th this year, the Easter holiday. And really, spring is in the air, and at least when I look at this, people have this enthusiastic Aries energy around this time. I've noticed people have more spring in their steps, so to speak, and the sun is making that transition from reclusive Pisces into aggressive, action-oriented Aries. Kids go Easter egg hunting with much Aries vigor and energy and vitality and strong enthusiasm. And Aries, keep in mind, is ruled by Mars, which is connected with competition. And you have this Easter egg hunting, which is, of course, very competitive. Now, it seems like people exude a greater vibrancy at this point in time than perhaps in other times of the year. And really, what Easter is about is that it commemorates and celebrates Jesus Christ's resurrection for those who do celebrate the Easter holiday. And it's his rising from the dead. It's interesting because it's about rebirth, and Aries is about new beginnings, interestingly enough. And really, and funny, you have this strong Easter sales. You have a lot of activity going on because of Easter. And Aries is also a cardinal sign, as many of you may know. Aries is about initiative, enterprise, and enterprise. Aries is ruled by action-oriented Mars, and you see a lot of strong activity at this time of year. You have the Easter, as I mentioned before, you have the Easter egg hunting. In addition for that, you have a lot of shopping. People are a lot of times are in this mad frenzied shopping at this time for Easter items. You have church congregations. A lot of them are getting more active because it is Easter time, and you have a lot of people be dressing up as the Easter bunny. You have Easter parades, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going off on a Gemini moon tangent here, but I thought it's interesting that the MLB season, or Major League Baseball season, starts when the sun is in Aries, and baseball is about competition, and it is sports related. So I thought that was very interesting as well. So you have the start of the MLB season at that time as well. Well, anyway, I wanted to also just talk about something somewhat serious, being somewhat flippant here, about zodiac signs and Easter egg hunting, and how and see these approaches by the different signs. So anyway, and of course I'm talking about the sun, moon, and ascendant for all 12 zodiac signs. So here I go. Well, for Aries, it's wants to rush, and they want to lead the pack. And they're obviously going to be very assertive and aggressive in trying to find these eggs. They will not be discouraged easily, of course, if they don't find them right away, but they might have a little impatience. Taurus, well, Taurus may be very methodical and plodding in their quest for eggs. They'll have a lot of endurance. They won't tire out easily, but they'll go at their own steady pace to try to win. Now, Gemini, well, Gemini's interesting. Gemini might use a little quote-unquote trickeration, and maybe they won't even hide them if they're the ones organizing it. Maybe they'll just not even hide them and have everybody go on a wild goose chase, or a wild Easter egg chase, I should say. But I'm only kidding, of course, on that. Now, with Cancer, well, food can often equal love, and maybe they'll eat up the eggs before hiding them if it is the person, if they are hiding them, or maybe if they find them, they might wind up eating them right away, and they won't be able to actually confirm that he or she won. So I think that's something to consider, and I'm joking, of course. They may hoard the eggs. Cancers can be known for hoarding, so just be careful. Make sure they're not hoarding them. But I'm joking, of course. Now, Leo, very dignified and proud, will not be the best loser, and that is somewhat serious. Leos don't want to lose. They want to emerge victorious. Leo wants to be the king, very royal and regal sign, so you can understand that. Now, Virgo, hey, Virgo might actually spend some time maybe going through a lot of analysis. Virgo is very analytical, but they're very meticulous. They want to look for these eggs. They're going to go through every spot imaginable that they could actually think of, and they may be very good at searching for these eggs because they are very detail oriented, very punctilious with details, and they won't miss a spot. So if they lose, it won't be because they weren't looking in the right places. It's just somebody might have moved a little bit faster or maybe got lucky. Now, for Libra, well, Libra is, of course, they're very balanced, and Libra can also, they might disperse the eggs very fairly because of the balance and the scale, maybe very evenly from each other if it is the person that's hiding the eggs. So that's something to look at with Libra. Now, Scorpios could be very good at hiding things. If this is indoors, hey, maybe make sure you open up the appliances. Maybe they hid one inside a TV, maybe in a radio or something. So just make sure that you're looking there too. Of course, I'm joking. Now, as far as Sagittarius, well, they're obviously going to express a lot of exuberance and enthusiasm when looking for the eggs. Sagittarius enjoys so many things, and I think you have a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant looking for these eggs. They're definitely not going. They're definitely going to express a lot of enthusiasm, to say the least, and will be very optimistic and have a positive outlook in trying to find these. Well, Capricorn could be known for being somewhat stoic and have a stern and serious disposition. So Capricorn, they'll take their business serious, minded approach when looking for these things, and they won't express probably much emotion or elation if they win. If I'm not mistaken, Peyton Manning's brother Eli is a sun in Capricorn, and he didn't exactly show an overabundance of emotion when Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl, so that you can kind of see it for, use that as an example. Now, Aquarius is very innovative and ingenious. They could be apt to design the most interesting eggs imaginable, and maybe they'll invent something that maybe like an egg detector if they don't have that already, and they'll go around, with some invention trying to help them find the eggs. So keep that in mind. Aquarius is very ingenious. So anyway, only kidding, but about as far as the egg detector is what I'm saying. Now, Pisces, hey, Pisces can be ruled by Neptune, can be strongly about deception and illusion. So watch out for those those egg holograms perhaps, or fake eggs. So what you see might not always be what you think it is. So Pisces, that's something to look at. And of course, I'm joking, which I did with most of this. This part of the video regarding Easter egg hunting, at least half of it, I was joking. I'm sure most of you know what I was joking, even if I didn't say I was on certain points of what I was talking about. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for astrology and Easter, and really in Easter egg hunting as well. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be continuing my zodiac sign compatibility series. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.